You're about to open a window into the life of a ghost hunter. We'll show you dark, creepy roads that fade into the night. We'll show you haunted places, but most importantly, we'll show you what happens along the way there.
Hi everybody, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Linda.
And I'm Will.
And we're heading west on 64. We're sitting in traffic because Trump is coming into town.
Yeah.
So, not a bad night.
Oh, you're going to get some stuff for that. oh, people are going to stop watching.
So there's the opening right now. If you want to stop watching, now's a good time.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot of gas. Like gas for the truck.
Yeah.
Okay. There's going to be a lot of grub.
Grub is gas for us.
Yes.
Right.
Which will cause some gas sounds that may screw up some EVPs while we're sitting there in the dark room.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, there might be a little bit of ghosts. There will definitely be some reportedly haunted places. And I'm hoping we can run some footage. Tonight we're heading up to Mechanicsville.
Yes.
But tomorrow we're heading out to Quinton, Virginia, which I don't recall being out that way before. But I will tell you about Quinton, Virginia. There's a Civil War hospital out there that these people bought this house, found out from the neighbors that it was used as a Civil War hospital, and they haven't moved in there yet. They're living in an RV. They're restoring the place and getting ready to move into it, and all hell's breaking loose.
Oh, nice.
So I'm looking forward to going up there and investigating that too, putting together some Paranormal Case Files videos that will have the investigations in their entirety. So if you just want to see the investigation, check out the Paranormal Case Files. If not, stay tuned, because we're about to put that second G into the title here.
Finally.
Now, Linda, what's our thoughts as we're heading on the road?
I think I'm very hungry because Jeff's ex takes forever to come and pick up his daughter. She's always late, and I'm sure she's probably going to watch this video at some point, so thanks. We are headed out and to a pretty, I don't know, Richmond is kind of, I don't know, iffy right now. You know, Richmond can be scary. Richmond can be beautiful, especially this time of year with all the COVID and with all of the, protests and the riots. There's a lot going on there. So hopefully we won't have to get into anything, that's kind of hairy.
Right.
Stay on the outskirts. And, Yeah, we just got out of that hairy mess over there.
That was something.
People trying to go see Trump, and but excited as always for a weekend of adventure, a weekend filled with good food, and just looking forward to it.
Yeah, well,
I'm excited for a weekend of adventure and good food. I didn't know about the hospital tomorrow. That's pretty cool.
The one tomorrow's a hospital. We had one booked in Powhatan.
Yeah.
They canceled, and another one got picked up like that.
Cool. I'm excited about that. But I know that tonight's going to be pretty cool. A guy that's had what feels like scratching. He's heard footsteps around the house. So that can be pretty interesting. Some of the smaller ones that you don't think too much of are usually the ones that we get some pretty cool EVPs out of. So that'll be nice. But I'm hungry too. Let's go ahead and get some food.
Absolutely. Any thoughts on places to eat?
Anywhere at this point?
Anywhere, because my stomach is like eating itself.
Yeah.
My stomach's taking an obnoxious bite of itself right now.
Or as my dad would say, my stomach thinks my throat's been cut. That's how he used to put it. But there's an Arby's along the way. There's a Subway. There's a Burger King not too far up. And so any one of those things would be fine with me.
So there's a plethora of options there on that menu.
There really are, yeah. I noticed the new prime rib cheesesteaks that they have. They have a classic and a spicy,
Yeah.
which sounds really, really good. So it's always a hard decision when you come in here, though, because everything looks good. And you don't know whether to go with what you usually get or try something new. I don't know.
I think part of the problem is I really like the roast beef sandwich. I like it with Arby
Right.
sauce and horsey sauce, but I never get it because I like the smokehouse
Other
brisket
stuff,
so
too.
much.
Yeah.
And then I come in here thinking I know what I want, and I see something like these prime rib cheesesteaks.
And that's new.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you feel kind of compelled to try
Right.
something new.
And there's buffalo chicken sandwiches, which are very good.
Right.
But I'm at Arby's, and I feel like I should get roast beef.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I
don't
know.
know. It's a tough decision. It
It
really,
really
is.
is. I got an Italian. I love their Italian subs here. They have so much flavor. The bread is nice and soft. I love it. It's great.
How would you compare that to Wawa, though?
It's better than Wawa.
Oh.
Wawa is better than most other places, but this is better than Wawa.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
All right. Well, I'm going to unveil this. And, we got
Oh yeah.
two new people that are
Other
sitting
people
with us here.
Yeah.
This is Will. And this is
Emily.
Emily. Yeah. And they're going to be joining us, coming out on this investigation tonight, to see if they want to stick around or not. Most people don't. But I have the spicy Philly cheesesteak. And you can just look at this thing right here. It doesn't quite look like the picture.
Not at all.
Okay, not at all like the picture.
You might have
But-
to let me try it though.
It is a limited time. So take a little bite of this thing and see what it tastes like here. Mmm. So the rain's picking up out here. It's kind of the scene of a typical trip into the realm of the paranormal, if you will. Pouring down rain, windshield wipers going. It's kind of an eerie night, I gotta say. And I'm interested to see what this rain, what this storm will lend to the activity at this location. Kind of like Will was just talking about. Well, you want to elaborate a little bit about maybe checking out places during different times of the year and such?
Yeah, so we were talking about doing a documentary with Crawford Road and trying to go to different place or going to the same place but different times of the year, different weather, different temperature outside, different seasons, just to see if maybe that kicks up different activity. Jeff was talking about at one point maybe doing like a lunar cycle, like kind of writing down the phases of the moon, the temperature, the weather, and see if it correlates to more or less activity. So that's pretty interesting. I've noticed we've done a few investigations in the rain so far. I haven't seen an increase in activity, but I think it would be privy for us to go ahead and start writing that stuff down and see what kind of correlations we may have between the weather.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Now, one thing is, Will, when we were at Love's, you had the flavor of the season.
Pumpkin spice coffee.
That's right.
Man,
Pumpkin
gas stations
spice.
have pumpkin spice coffee now. I am so happy. 2020 has been a terrible year, so let me have pumpkin spice. Let me have this. This is all I want.
That's right. I'm all for pumpkin spice. I like it. Pumpkin spice coffee. I had some pumpkin spice donuts that I was eating for breakfast.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Tastes like fall.
It's never been my favorite. I like it, but I do like the fall flavors. Will, what was that one? Was it like holiday spice or something that we had that one time 2 weekends ago?
Oh man, which one was that?
Was it Wawa? Where they have like a holiday spice coffee
Yeah, I think
cappuccino
it
thing?
was Wawa, but it's that cappuccino machine. And
Yes.
it had holiday spice. I was
Yeah.
like, what is holiday spice?
Yeah,
and it
that
was a
is
good
really-
substitute for
Oh
pumpkin
no,
spice. That
I
was
love
really
that
good.
stuff. It's so good.
That you mention it. Wawa has a holiday spice coffee, the regular coffee, and it's very good. But catching it is a whole nother story. I've only been in there a handful of times where I've seen it. It's usually out around
'cause it's
Christmas.
always-
It's in the
yeah.
crafts. Yeah.
Huh, that sounds pretty good.
Good stuff if you ever get a chance.
In a crate, they're gonna bark.
which I think might make it harder for you.
It probably would. I mean, if they settle down a little bit, they're probably fine walking
They'll
around.
probably get used to
Yeah.
us eventually.
They'll get used to us.
This
yeah.
one's gonna follow
And
you.
this one's already used to us.
Oh yeah.
He loves you.
Hi. Oh my goodness.
It's the happiest dog on the planet.
She does seem like a really happy dog.
Will's good with those
Turn back
dogs.
around.
Yeah, Will is
He
good
seems
with
to pick
dogs.
them up wherever we go. So we're walking around doing our baseline sweeps and stopping. Highlight an area on the stairs. There's this older photograph here. Well, we definitely got a spike there. And that'll be in the Case Files video.
So it definitely feels strange up here the second that you actually step off of the top step onto the landing here. It's sort of that dizzying sort of feeling. I believe that's the master bedroom, and I think that's where they have the most activity, is back in that part of the house. So I'm kind of drawn back there.
It's a wireless. We just had it replaced.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Okay. All right.
It's crazy, we were doing that a second ago.
You have a bedroom downstairs here?
Right in that hallway to the top.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, so we just had activity on the K2 meter. We set it down and it was going all the way up to orange and to red. So we set the tri-field meter down to see if it could pick up the same readings. It didn't. However, it kept going off. So just now we just did an EVP session to see if we could make contact with whoever it is that's interacting with the K2 meter. And we'll have to review the evidence and see what we got.
Your ghost jumped up to yellow again.
If you'd like Will to go sit in the attic alone, would you make that light up to red, keep it there for about a second, maybe 2? I'll take 1 second. That'll be good. Well, not yet.
Bathtub. You gotta ask about the bathtub.
The bathtub. How about if you'd like Will to sit in the bathtub? Will you light that up to red for us? Well, like it or not.
That's where I'll be tonight.
How about if you'd like Jeff to go sit in the
Yeah, what if
bathtub?
Jeff sits in the bathtub? Could you light that
Oh,
up?
it just lit
It
up.
lit up a little bit,
See,
yeah.
can't believe that. If the camera's not on it, it didn't happen. We're doing a spirit box session up here on the landing, and quite a bit of activity on the K2 meter. Interestingly enough, it keeps going up to yellow.
Do you want to be friends? Yellow for yes, red for no.
Is there a room that you want us to go into? Do you want us to go into this room right here? If you do, light that up to yellow. Is that them coming inside?
I would. I don't know. Yeah.
I can like feel it.
I mean, they were pretty heavy.
Yeah.
They were pretty heavy footsteps.
Do you want us to go into the room behind Linda?
That little wheel there next to Linda is called an Egley wheel. Can you spin that?
972.
972.
What does 972 mean?
Did he die in 1972? Are you attached to the owner, Will, of this home? So right now, we've learned that the bathroom is perhaps the creepiest place, the bathtub itself. History of abuse from the house, previous owners and such. Yeah. And the resident that lives here, when she goes into the bathroom, she'll sometimes be overwhelmed with this emotion.
Mm. And not only her, but her son as well. Mm. And her son doesn't go in there either.
Right. So Will's going to go in there.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to go in the bathtub, sit in there, do an EVP session. I'll have these headphones on as well as my voice recorder. I'll listen to see if I can hear anything. I'll also talk about if I feel anything, if I feel sad, or if I feel there's anything in the room with me. And I'll let you guys know.
All right, let's do it. Let's get in the bath. All right, Will's all cozy in the bathtub there. And we're going to shut the door.
All right.
Got the lights out.
I'll see you guys.
All right, Will, we'll see you later.
All right.
Hopefully. Hey, Will's out of the bath.
I'm writing down all of the possible EVPs that I could have gotten.
Yeah, some interesting stuff up there, huh?
Yeah.
Really?
So I'm kind of reviewing it and listening. I asked about, are you that woman that made that moaning sound? And whenever I asked that, I would get some sort of response or some sort of sound. Granted, I can't hear where it's coming from, so easily it could have come from downstairs or outside the door or something. But it's still interesting. I have to let you listen to it.
Well, we left the one recorder. Remember the one recorder we left going up in the office?
Oh, yeah.
Listening to that, didn't hear the REM pod go off once.
Huh.
Not a thing. But I'll tell you, these recorders, they're so sensitive. This is up these stairs, down the hallway in the office. You can hear this door to the garage opening on that recorder, as if it's almost right there. So just to keep in mind,
what I'm hearing then.
These things pick up everything in the house. But while you were up there, someone only came in and went out once after we left. Make some coffee. We're getting some coffee.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
It's all still cooking.
Oh, still cooking.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh man, I wonder how long it takes to still cook or till it's cooked.
But I know my nachos are already cooked, so I can have some crabs.
Nachos. Do they have some jalapenos for those nachos?
I have no idea. I was about to look over here and check. Probably not.
Pretty cool investigation, I gotta say. That is gonna be on an episode of Virginia Paranormal Case Files, along with the interview. There were definitely some strange sounds throughout the house, not normal house settling noises, but things that sounded like footsteps.
Right.
Felt like footsteps, felt like somebody walking around at certain times.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what we picked up in the audio on that. But right now, we need some food. Everything is behind the line, which means it's still cooking.
Maybe we should ask somebody how long it takes to cook.
That's a good question.
Just go ahead and temp it and see how it's doing.
Yeah. So one thing I saw over here that looks really good, sausage wrapped in blueberry pancakes.
That looks done to me, doesn't it?
That looks done enough. You gonna go for it?
I'm going for it. I'm gonna get a hot dog too.
That sounds like a plan right there. And they even have some Mrs. Butterworth syrup.
So I got some Mrs. Butterworth's syrup.
Oh yeah.
With some blueberry pancake sausage. I'm just gonna go ahead and just dip it right in there. Just
Oh,
there it
yeah,
is.
and drip it on
There
the
it is.
other one.
All on
Mix
my
it with
hand
the
and
cheese.
everything. Here we go. Just-
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Surprised you don't.
Jeez, that was a bite.
That's some good sausage.
That was an obnoxious bite.
It was. I have I think they called it a sweet and smoky something, like a Johnsonville or something. And I just went simple. I just wanted cheese on it. I just wanted nacho cheese.
That's the way to do it.
But I do have some spicy nacho Doritos.
Ah, yeah.
Those are good. Those are really good.
Those are flaming.
And a Dr. Pepper to wash it all down.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I like the Dr. Pepper.
So I too got one of those sausages wrapped in the blueberry pancake from behind the line. So it's not done, but I'm gonna eat it. And same with this hot dog, which is some kind of a sausage that I'm not sure. I didn't even pay attention to the sign, but it was also behind the line.
And
But
not
on
done.
that, no. On that I have hot sauce, mustard, relish, cheese, and chili. I don't think I forgot anything. So I'm gonna take a little bite of this hot dog here, this chili cheese dog. Oh!
Jeez.
Mmm! What a good hot dog! So it's the day after yesterday, and we're heading up here along 64 on another rainy day up to Richmond, Virginia.
Yep.
Where we got an interesting scenario where a gentleman up there seems to have some sort of an attachment that is affecting other people that are around him more so than himself. And of course, if we can run video there, we will.
Mm-hmm.
But we have in the back here, we have Will and Alex with us.
Yep.
And
Alex is the newbie.
and Alex, let's get some input here. What are your thoughts heading out on the first investigation here, especially tonight's, where we're supposed to go to what was a Civil War hospital?
I'm excited. I just hope there's some cool stuff that we can see, whether there's activity or not, and see what happens. So,
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting. I always love things that are related to the Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
And we came up with this idea where we're going to do this one a little bit different. So, Other Will and Other Will be showing up later on. We got some Civil War uniforms, one Union and one Confederate. And before we go into this house with any equipment, what we're going to try to do is go in there dressed as soldiers. And this is going to be interesting because a lot of times we feel if we go in there immediately with the equipment and we're dressed strange for the times, for these people that may have been around during the 1860s, they're not going to talk to us. They're going to be afraid of us. They're not going to know what we're doing there or what we are. But if we walk in there as soldiers with simply a recorder and try to initiate a conversation, it'll be interesting to see if we get more responses, if they're more willing to talk to us. Because they perhaps think we are soldiers, and then kind of introduce what's going to happen. Like after, if we can initiate this conversation with them, we tell them we're going to bring some friends in, and they're going to have some strange devices, but these devices are basically new inventions that will allow you to talk to them and see if that opens up the lines of communication a little more than some of our previous methods.
Yeah, and we also brought some trigger objects, courtesy of Scott, out. That was a recent investigation, probably, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
And he happened to live on a piece of property where there was a battle or a skirmish, I guess you could call it, at one time during the Civil War. And he had Civil War bullets, all of them, most of them fired, I should say, because I have one that wasn't fired. Just laying around the yard. And so we managed to get our hands on a couple of these and brought them with us. They're in my pocket right now. We're going to take them and see if we can use those as trigger objects. I'm also going to see if I can dig up some I guess, battle sounds from the Civil War, or dig up some music from the Civil War, and see if we can kind of play these things at some point in the investigation, and perhaps we can, stir something up.
Yeah, I'm thinking what would be cool is if we can get some battle sounds.
Yes.
And we blare them from the speakers outside, from the truck speakers.
Right.
And I go in there with this bullet, and I say, hey, the rebels are coming. I need more of these. Can anybody help me? I'm either going to piss somebody off,
yep,
or, hey, who knows? I've heard of situations, Will talked about one, where there were these reenactors that were sitting around this campfire, and this guy came up, dressed as a Civil War soldier, sat at their campfire, didn't say much. He said, hey, you sure it's okay if I sit here? Because he was dressed as the other side of what they were. I believe they were Confederate. He was dressed as a Union soldier. So they let him sit there. He didn't say much throughout the time. And at the end, he shook the guy's hand and he said, hey, you're going to need this. And the guy looked at his hand and there was a bullet. And it was an actual bullet from the Civil War that this spirit had placed in his hand. They found out this guy does this all the time. He shows up and he's actually a ghost that resides in this battlefield.
That hands people bullets.
Yeah.
Real, tangible bullets.
So if I can get a bullet from a ghost tonight, that's it. There's no topping that.
Yeah.
There's no topping that. Unless Bigfoot decides to come back with us from one of these expeditions.
Yeah.
Sit down at the pub table. But other than that.
That might top it.
Yeah. It's going to be pretty cool. So we're here with Chris in an undisclosed location in Richmond, Virginia. And one important message that a lot of people miss today, they believe in God, they believe in Jesus, but they don't believe that the devil is real. And that's the devil's biggest weapon, is getting people to not believe in him. Wouldn't you say?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And in not believing in him, it gives them the ability to kind of move throughout society, move among us, and impact our daily lives. And Chris has had some experiences here where something has been impacting him. It's not a haunted house that we're investigating. It's somebody that has had something impacting his life.
It's something that follows, wherever I go. It's not a house, just like John said. It's something that follows wherever I move to, wherever I go. It impacts other people around me negatively, not positively. Just the whole moods just change. It's just my whole take on religion. Christian, I believe in God. I'm a strong believer in God, and the devil is real. It's totally real. He's here to rob, kill, destroy. He doesn't want us happy. Bottom line.
Absolutely. And some interesting things too to consider. A lot of people think of the devil attacking them and then becoming possessed or their life falling apart. But if the devil can't get to you, if you have a wall up where these demons can't get to you, sometimes what they may try to do is impact the people around you. So people that are close to you in your daily life that these demons can get to, they may try to work through them by getting to them, turning them against you, causing these problems within your relationship with these people. So that's one thing to consider that we don't really think about. We often think about people becoming possessed, but we don't often think about us perhaps being the target and the devil impacting people around us. So this is a unique case, it really is. Now, what we're going to do is, because there's always the possibility of some sort of a spiritual attachment, we want to, if there is anything that is attached, that is here, we do want to give it the ability to communicate. So we would run a spirit box session, if that's good, which is a radio that scans through the channels. If anything talks, it talks. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I'd also like to just set up an EMF detector, basically, and see if anything interacts with it. What we're doing is a baseline EMF sweep. Since we're going to be using an EMF detector, I just want to see what the levels are in the house. That way, if something spikes during the course of us questioning, we'll know that it's something that wasn't there at the beginning. We'll know where all the spikes are. So far, going around, very low levels, even in the kitchen. And this is a very good thing. Now, one reason to measure for EMF levels, and granted, even though you just moved into the house, but the EMF levels can impact people. They really can. They can impact people negatively. They can also theoretically give a spirit a means to manifest more energy. So in seeing what the levels are and them being low, that's very good. It's very good. Because they say if you sleep with your phone too close to you, it can really mess you up. And they haven't done extensive research, but you can start getting headaches and dizzy and even like seeing things and hearing things. So it's good to have these low levels in the house, that's for sure. Okay, so we're just gonna set this in the middle of the floor here. All right. And those little numbers will fluctuate. That's only a fraction. So it's a 0.1. Anything more than a 3 is significant. And there's nothing been even up to a 1, a solid 1, in this room of the house. Okay, I'm Jeff.
I'm Linda.
And you know this gentleman right here, perhaps if you've been with him for any extended period of time, we put this up as a means for you to possibly communicate. The gentleman that lives here, he believes that someone else may be here with him as well. And we want to confirm that you don't have ill intentions. We want to confirm that you're not demonic. So if you are not demonic, could you tell us who you are? Radio chatter.
Samsung.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, but what was that before that?
sounds like radio chatter to me, but we'll have to listen to the recording, of course. Have you been following him for a long time?
Why did you start following him? Do you affect the people that are around him? The people in his life?
If there is something demonic here, in the name of Jesus, I command you to say your name.
If you do not want us here, make this meter turn yellow.
What?
38.
Did it say something about hate beforehand?
I heard hate.
Hate.
Hate and 38.
Yeah. Hate can be a name.
Hate.
That's how, like a demon will never tell you its true name. It identifies itself with its function, with what it carries out.
Oh yeah.
Hate.
And that's interesting, hate, because of what's been going on. It would be fitting. If you are hate, we would like you to leave this gentleman alone. If you are hate, I believe in Jesus' name, we could command you to leave this gentleman alone.
What is my name?
I didn't understand that. What did it say?
No.
No.
Did it sound like it said no?
It just said no.
Why can't you say Will's name? If you can say hate, you should be able to say Will's name.
Do you not like me?
React to you.
If you're comfortable with that.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Alright, so we turn this off or we leave it on?
No, we're going to leave it
EVP?
on, and he's going to keep his phone running in here. Will's going to have his video running, and we're going to leave the customer here in the house with it, and he's going to ask a couple questions Because maybe if we're not here or not in the immediate area and he asks the questions, it could be that it responds to him more than it does any of the rest of us for some reason. Yeah, upstairs or out the door or whatever, yeah. Yeah, we'll go upstairs and leave him here for a few minutes.
All right.
You just have to ask questions. Anything that comes to mind.
When we were talking, we heard some taps in the walls up here where there's no apartment building near there. It's all outside from that area, so we're hearing like taps in the walls as if someone was doing this to the bulkhead here. So and Will and I both heard it here. So we both looked in that corner of the room, and he was mentioning that there was tapping that he had experienced in another house where there was some paranormal activity that he had witnessed with cabinets opening and things like that. So that's the only thing we found so far.
Now, Alex has some mediumship capabilities, and is very sensitive and has some abilities. And he said that he didn't really feel anything negative when he walked in, when he has been wandering around here. I made mention that we always try to keep an open mind about things because in our experience, whenever there was something negative in the house, it usually tries to get away. It will completely leave the house, go out into the yard, go out into the woods, whatever the case is, to try to avoid us. And then it leaves the house not feeling too bad at all, But that doesn't necessarily, I guess, exclude the fact that it could be something here. And indeed, it does actually feel pretty good in here. It may be a little bit of a strange sense because of the architecture, because you have these giant steel I-beams that are kind of suspended above us, and the old wood and everything, and it could be that's kind of lending to this little bit of a strange feeling. But I don't know. So far, it could very well be that whatever's attached to him is not necessarily demonic. Maybe it's something in the way of witchcraft or a curse that's been put upon him. And that's often something that's hard to feel or hard to detect or hard to get a sense of, because sometimes that comes in the form of energy. Like this one place we walked into where it was nothing but like burning, like you'd walk through the house and your feet would burn.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was a strange place, but we definitely had the idea that it was witchcraft in that place, that something had been put upon this gentleman, and that was what he was experiencing.
And that's a good thought. So are you thinking that are you feeling anything around this place, or?
I felt it as soon as we pulled up, and me, I'm more of an empath, so I'll feel it physically in my body. My heart rate will start to rise, and I'll start to get cold sweats and things like that. It felt like something that wasn't, something demonic is going to be quite obvious. Even if it's hiding, it has a very distinct feeling to it. And I don't believe that this is what it is. It does feel strange. It's not, I can't say that it's malevolent, but I can't say that it's benevolent either. I don't know what it is, but it seems to be fading in and out. Like, it was very strong when we came here, and then it lessened much more. And it sort of is coming in waves now. So I don't know exactly what it is. I'm not getting any names or anything.
Did you feel that it was attached to the building, or to him?
It was to him.
To him?
It was definitely to him, because it was surrounding him.
If it were witchcraft, would you pick up on something like that?
If it was witchcraft, it would have a completely different feeling, I think.
Different feeling?
Yeah. So it would be more demonic.
Yeah, and that makes sense, because we actually talked about before how witchcraft, someone's casting a spell, impacting someone's life. What is carrying out these spells? It's got to be something demonic that's carrying out the spells.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, we don't really know the true nature of how it works. We don't know if it's just some sort of energy that can be cast on these people, but or if the demon actually sits there and and affects somebody constantly, or if it's something that the demon can leave behind and then leave and go about his business. Like in the case of the burning feet, that's really all that they experienced in that house, was this strange feeling of having your feet burn. And it was only females. I'd find it hard to believe that a demon would hang out constantly just making sure that any female that walks in has burning feet.
Seems more like a spell.
More like something,
I do have
like
fairy
energy.
tears out in the truck.
And?
It's supposed to.
I got some trail mix.
It's supposed to ward off the spells. Remember?
Oh, okay. Well, that was a nice little story about volcanic rock. But,
I'm still going with fairy tears.
Fairy tears.
So, charcoal chicken.
Yes.
DC charcoal chicken.
Right.
Looks like a place that we've never been to before. Anyone eat here before?
Nope.
No. So
Nope.
I think this is what we smell from right here in the parking
It
lot.
might
Like you
be.
can
It
always
smells
smell
pretty good.
charcoal.
Yeah.
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 So it'll be interesting. I'm not sure what Peruvian style charcoal chicken is.
I don't know, but it sounds good.
They also have burritos and tacos.
Yep.
The question is where we're going after this. Do they have a bathroom?
Oh.
The thing is, where we're going, you don't need bathrooms.
Why?
Because we got 7 acres and toilet paper in the back.
Oh, God.
Let's eat some chicken.
Okay, so you can do kind of like Chipotle or no?
Charcoal chicken. That's some good stuff right there. Oh, there's another one coming down. Man, that looks pretty good. What do you think?
That looks delicious, man. And it's real charcoal too.
Yeah, let's go do it. That's quite a menu. It's so hard to decide. I don't know what I want. But I think I just don't think I can pass up that charcoal chicken back there. I mean, look at that stuff. Woo! Man. This is like the Chipotle of chicken places.
Yeah. Of Peruvian chicken places.
That's what I'm talking about. Man, we got a plethora of sauces here. Some barbecue sauce, hot sauce, and I got some interesting hot sauce on the tray over here.
Oh yeah, it looks
that I'm
really
looking
good.
forward to trying. Now, I got them a little bit mixed up, so I'm not 100% sure which one's the hot sauce.
I think she said the mild is the lighter colored sauce. Oh, it's like this might be the mild.
Okay.
For me.
And that's the hot.
Yeah, I think that might be the hot stuff. But they do have hot sauce over there if you want something else. So
Okay.
I'm going to get my fountain drink though.
What are we unveiling?
So I could not be more thrilled. Look at this quarter chunk of chicken here. They actually like rotisserie grill it over charcoal. I'm sure it has an amazing flavor. I haven't tried it yet. I have potatoes that are perfectly cooked and they're all cheesy and seasoned really well. They don't seem very Hispanic or very like South American, but maybe that's just me. But what I do have here, I have not had these in a long time. These are plantains.
Oh, platanos.
Plátano dulce is what they call it because they're very sweet. What they do is they wait until the plantain is very rotten and then they cook it, like deep fry it. Oh, it's amazing.
That sounds good. That sounds really good.
Oh, it is
Rotten
amazing.
deep fried plantains. So, Will, what are
They're
you
wonderful.
what are you rocking over there in that box, huh?
Got the quarter chicken?
Quarter chicken.
With some fried rice and potatoes. And this chicken is good, man. You're gonna love
Did you go for the white meat, the dark meat, or a mix?
it. White meat.
Okay, I know Linda went for the white meat. I went for the dark meat myself. What do we got, Alex? You went for something a little different here.
Cheese quesadilla.
Oh, the cheese quesadilla. Does it have other things on it besides cheese, though?
Just cheese. I'm a plain, boring person.
Well, it looks like there's some steak on there or something. You got some steak?
Yeah,
on there?
there's beef
Oh,
and
okay.
stuff.
So it's not just like cheese between two.
No, that would be
Pita.
depressing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is amazing. This is really,
Oh, the
really
verdict's
good.
in
Yeah,
already.
It's really good. Oh yeah.
All right, so I have some vegetables because I like to be healthy. The dark meat, quarter of the chicken. It's got the drumstick on there.
Nice.
And some of these black beans because I'm not really concerned with the bathroom situation for later. Now, I think to test this chicken, to try it out, since it's rotisserie chicken, a rotisserie bite is perhaps in order. Oh, but I almost forgot. This hot sauce is supposed to go on the chicken. Is that right?
So, yeah.
Let's just try a little bit on there, just in case it's really hot.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I doubt it, but. And the chaser. Is it good?
That's some good chicken.
Is it hot?
Sauce?
The sauce?
Yeah.
Oh.
So, charcoal chicken. Pretty good place, eh?
Yeah, DC charcoal chicken.
Yeah, definitely check it out.
Yeah,
Definitely
East
check it out.
Richmond or Sandston, maybe. I'm not exactly
Somewhere like
sure where
that.
they are, but...
The chicken falls right off the bone.
Oh, yes.
Hot sauce is good.
Good flavor, yeah.
I wasn't a fan of those plantains.
The
But,
Plátano dulce, the sweet plantains
Yeah.
were amazing. Very good.
Everything was good to me except for the fried rice. It was way too greasy.
Was it?
Yeah.
A little bit greasy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so good.
How about your quesadilla?
It was all right.
All right. It looked a little greasy toward the bottom there.
Yeah, it was all right. I've had better.
So
The chicken was good, though. Try the
was
chicken.
really good.
I don't know about the other stuff, though. Experiment. All right, so we're stopping off at this Wawa here, and I'm hoping they have the flavor of the season. You know, the pumpkin spice coffee.
Pumpkin spice
Thing.
coffee.
Yeah. No, not a taker. All right. Well, let's see what they got.
You know what? I'll give it a try for you, man. I'll give it a try.
You don't have to. Don't feel obligated.
Nah, because I never had it before.
Yeah.
I'll give it a try.
All right. Let's give it a whirl. First time trying pumpkin spice coffee. This is going to be a reaction video right here. Hey, what do you say, Will?
I gotta give it some pumpkin spice. Let's go to the screen. Let's go see what they have.
You're going to go to the screen?
Yeah, come on.
Oh, man.
All right.
All right. That's
I'm trying to think.
that seems like a problem right there. I think it actually says it at the top. There's a problem.
Yeah.
So maybe not the screen this time. Okay, so what are you thinking about doing here?
All right, I want to get anything and everything that's pumpkin spice, right? So let's see what they got. Oh, they got maple. You gotta have some maple with the pumpkin.
Oh,
I got some hot. Pumpkin spice
that is
frozen.
a plethora
Yes,
of
here
pumpkin
it is.
spice coffee.
Pumpkin spice cheesecake smoothie.
Oh,
That right there.
That sounds good.
Oh yeah.
Pumpkin maple frozen cappuccino sounds good.
I don't know if I should get that though. That'll be a 2 a.m. drink,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I probably won't get that now. But you know what I will do is I'll go ahead and get the hot pumpkin spice coffee from the cappuccino machine.
yeah, the hot one. That's always good.
Let's go do that.
I hope I don't use the last of it.
Oh, I hope not, because this is going to be Will's first time trying pumpkin spice coffee ever.
Oh no! Look at that.
Oh, what happened over there? Oh, that looks like water.
That is water.
Oh, man. Oh, that's too bad.
I don't even want it anymore.
All right, there you go, Will. First time.
Only gotta have it.
Well, I gotta say, the steam is coming off it. It is piping hot.
Looks pretty good. The creamer.
Be right there with you. So preparing this pumpkin spice coffee is quite a process.
There we go.
It seems like
It's a ritual, actually.
Ah.
Yeah, as
Yeah.
it should be. As
Yeah.
it should be. Oh, reaction.
Oh, God, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
See,
Is
there
that
you
good?
have it.
That's real
There
good.
you have it.
Too bad.
Got a little bit of mud out here, huh?
Wash my shoes when I get home.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to get a little mud on the tires every once in a while.
Say goodbye to Wilzo.
Oh, no.
Always shoes.
Oh, man. So, we're taking a look in the house here. Already did the interview. Pretty cool location. This is where the Battle of Petersburg started, right here. And this house was used as a hospital. Soldiers were taken out to the barns and the surrounding property as they were in their final moments. And they're in the process of renovating this place, adding on to it, and rebuilding. Quite a bit of activity. I gotta say, I'm excited to check this place out tonight. Excited to see what we're gonna get. They even have a basement.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what that means.
Oh, I know what that means.
That means
Yeah.
Will is going to go in a basement tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe even a barn by himself.
Maybe with a gray uniform on.
That's right. If you're going to do it, you might as well.
Yeah, that's right.
So this barn is where they brought all the soldiers that were dying. When they couldn't help them anymore, they brought them out to this barn and laid them out just to keep them comfortable in their final moments or final days that they had left. We do got quite a bonfire over there. Will mention the fact that this fire is so big you need machines to put the logs on. And just checking out one of the smaller barns that's on the property. This one looks old as well, though. Does look pretty old.
Yeah, it does. They have all their building materials in here.
Though the stable's probably newer. But I mean, the actual structure itself looks fairly old. I mean, look at the old wood on the side here. We've been here a couple hours.
Yeah.
And Will and I, this is of course going to be in the Virginia Paranormal Case Files episode, which I think is going to be a good one so far.
I think so.
think it is. We walked in there with nothing but some voice recorders.
Yeah.
Acted like we were soldiers. And, you know, Will already said he got a recording, so I'm getting ready to hear that.
It's the first minute and 18 seconds in.
Nice. So I'm going to hear that, and that's going to be on the evidence reveal, of course. So an initiative to watch the case files.
Yeah.
We also just walked in with Alex. He's an empath. He walked through the building and heard what he picked up on. So that's also going to be, not to leave like cliffhangers or anything like that, but you got to watch the case files.
You got to subscribe, and you got to watch the video when it comes out.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right, because this is mostly about the gas and the grub. But nonetheless, we are here. We're getting ready to do our baseline sweeps after I review this audio that Will caught. And looking forward to seeing what we got at this place. I mean, it is such a cool place.
This is really cool.
Yeah.
This is a special opportunity.
Absolutely.
If there is an older man who resides here, can you tell us your name? We're not here to bother you or to hurt you in any way. We just want to find out who you are. I'm from Yorktown. You know where that is? In the east? Did you say in the east?
It sounded like it.
That's exactly right. It's a little east of here. Where are you from?
Something Ford or Forge?
Maybe.
Are you from Valley Forge? Are you from Clifton Forge?
We couldn't understand what you said really well. Can you try to repeat it?
So we're over here. You got enough light there?
Yeah, so I'll just kind of go down to the basement.
Here goes Will, down
Actually,
to the basement.
Matter of fact, I think a really good shot actually is without the light. And I'll hold it out here like this, first person.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Ready? All right. Going down into the basement. Whenever you go into a basement, you always want to look up. Especially if that danger noodle is down here. You want to make sure that he's not on the ceiling Is that on the ground?
And that's why I'm not going down there, because of the danger noodle. And a danger noodle, for those of you that don't know, is a snake. And there's a rather large one lurking in that basement where Will is now sitting alone for an EVP session with the REM pod that I'm still holding under my arm. So, got to find a way to get that down there to him. All right, Will, you ready for this?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay.
I'll
We'll
see you
see
on
you
the other
soon.
side.
Hopefully. Okay. There it is. So Will's in the basement.
This poor soul.
Yeah.
Right.
With the snack.
The snake. So did the REM pod go off at all when you were up here earlier?
No, the REM pod hasn't gone off once.
Oh my gosh.
So it'll sure be interesting if it goes off down there in the basement.
Right.
I think there's people here, but there's not that many. I don't think there's like hundreds of dead soldiers.
So we wrapped up the investigation there, and definitely an interesting one, an interesting
Yeah.
location, and
Yeah, interesting.
it was cool because at the end there's a bunch of people there having a bonfire hanging out across the property there, and we got to kind of take them through and show them how things work with the equipment and such, which was definitely a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, it was highly entertaining because they were fairly drunk.
Yeah, it's always fun when they're having a good time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, me too. It was definitely a good investigation. And the mud was pretty fun too. I always like driving through mud.
Yeah.
Which is nice. So.
Walking through it, not so much.
No, but driving through
driving
it's fun.
through it's fun.
It is.
It is.
But we stopped off at a Love's because it's the only thing in the area that's open, and,
Yep.
and we love it.
Yeah.
So the good thing about Love's is the Arby's is still open, which
That's
is cool.
right. Yeah.
So we can get some good food late at night here.
Yeah,
Well, what
very
do you
late.
got there? Let me turn this around so you can highlight what you're eating.
Fresh.
Are they really fresh or no?
Yeah, very good.
Are they? What else do you got? Is that all you got?
And some jalapeno bites.
Oh, the jalapeno bites here are pretty good. They're on point.
Gosh. What'd you get, Will?
Oh, look at all the
Oh
sauce.
God, he's making it rain.
Rain with some
chasers
sauce.
here.
Look, guys, last time we were here, we had this, and it was just so.
Ew.
Oh yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. Spicy 3-pepper sauce.
I'm gonna throw up.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
that's right. We'll win over the hot sauce lovers.
I hate hot sauce.
Ew. Where's Alex at?
Man,
Still in the bathroom.
He's in the bathroom. Oh. Yeah, he's going to toilet
that's so
up.
good.
So Will, I heard you had to hurry up and get out of the bathroom.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry.
What was going on in there?
I come into Love's, and I just see this trail of dirt. And I follow this trail, and at the end of this rainbow, I find Alex. No shoes on, just scrubbing his shoes in the sink.
Oh my God.
Looks like he's
Is
making.
that really what he was
He
doing?
looks
That's
like
why
he's in
so-
there making mud pies. And I quickly just use the restroom, wash my hands, get out of there as fast as possible. I don't know this man. I don't want to be associated with that. And so we just see all this stuff. It's still there. Like eventually an employee is going to have to clean it up.
That sucks.
I thought he was in there using the bathroom.
No.
Why was that my
He's
favorite
scrubbing-
morning crew?
Mine's not
Yeah,
either.
my
That's
shoes
something
do
you
this.
pass on to the next shift.
They're really dirty.
Pass it on to the morning crew. Make the morning crew do it.
Wow.
So what are you unveiling over here?
I have a gyro. I got the Greek kind. I always get the Greek
You're gonna
gyros
stick
here,
them, aren't
when I don't get the Italians. But the fries, I'm actually surprised are fairly fresh, I thought maybe they'd be sitting there for a long time and be nasty, but they're actually pretty good.
Really?
Get anything that stinks.
Quite good.
How would that not?
About the best, America's best, on the way over here. So I got in the chicken wing thing. So I ended up getting a buffalo chicken sandwich,
Oh.
which I was just mentioning the other day. Like, how can you come to Arby's and not get something beefy? I went with the buffalo chicken sandwich. So
Nice.
take a little bite of this thing here. You can't take a small bite this time of night, otherwise it doesn't really digest right.
Whoa, that's a big bite.
That's a good sandwich. Let's take a look at those shoes.
Man.
Oh man, it looks like you weren't even in mud tonight.
You missed a spot.
I think I missed a lot of spots. Just got a roast beef sandwich and curly fries.
Oh yeah, gotta like the roast beef. Going with the classic. Do you put Arby sauce on there?
Nope. I'm boring.
What? Go ahead, you just take a bite. Throw it back in the bag.
Hey Alex,
What? You got fresh fries?
did you notice that trail of mud out there? What was over here? What was over here saying it was completely you?
You were in the bathroom the longest. You had the most mud,
I
right?
had to make sure I was squeaky clean.
Those really are clean.
So he drug his feet the whole way.
Yeah.
So, pretty good late night meal there at Arby's. I was surprised 'cause everything was so
Yeah.
fresh and everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My fries weren't fresh.
No, they
His
weren't.
weren't.
Oh man,
He had
that
fresh
happens
fries.
all the time with you.
All the
though.
time they give me the stale fries.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy. But definitely some interesting investigations, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think we're going to get back on the road here, head back, close it out. Before we go, there's only one thing left to do.
That's right.